Hello, everybody. This is Tasha from TashaSays, and I am here to give another update on Skyla. Believe it or not, it has been one whole year since I've had Skyla. I, of course, had my well woman exam, and I didn't want to come and update you all until I got my results back and everything. Because one thing that can happen with Skyla is you may get may cause an infection, vaginal infection, or anything can happen. As I've said before, like prepare for literally anything when you're talking about Skyla or IUDs in general, I guess. But anyway, I had my well woman exam, and it was funny because my doctor was like, okay, well, let me look and see if I make sure I see the strings. And she was down there for a second, and I was like, ma'am, and she was like, hold on. And so she finally found the strings. So all is well. It was still in place. Everything was there. It's just that, like I've said in some of the earlier videos, sometimes my strings hide. They like to tuck on the side or just kind of swirl around. I remember when I first got it, at one point they were like all balled up on the side. So sometimes it's kind of hard to feel for them. I, of course, don't feel for them as often as I used to. If you watch the other videos, you know that there was one point when I was obsessed with feeling for those strings. It was ridiculous. But now I'm pretty confident that it's in and all is well. She found them. I got my results back. Everything was normal. Everything was fine. No infections, no anything. So it's great. It's good. As far as my periods go, since the last time I talked to you, it was still more the same. At one point, I think I said, well, I know I said on here that my periods were starting to get regular. Well, that changed. They no longer were regular. I had a period like within a 21-day cycle. And so that was something that I talked to my doctor about as well. I told her, I was like, I'm kind of waiting for these light 3 days period situations. And she was like, well, Skyla, Mirena is the one that has a higher hormone in it. And so Skyla isn't going to really affect your periods or whatever. And in my head, I was like, but everything I read said it would. But anyway, she's a doctor, right? So leave it alone. And so I was just expecting, I also talked to her about that shorter cycle. So 21 days, at first it started to get regular, and then I got one within 21 days. And she said anything between, and do not quote me on this, guys, because I could be all wrong. I believe she said anything between 21 days and 48 days, I think. 21 days and 48 days is still considered within a normal time frame. So there was no cause for alarm there. And so all was well there. However, what's really funny is that I was actually scared during my appointment. I was actually scared that I was going to get my period during, around the time of my appointment. Well, it came right after. And guys, this has probably been the lightest period that I have ever experienced. And the crazy thing, or I guess the good thing or significant thing, is that with Skyla, everything that I've read has said in a year's time, it's about, I don't know, something like 60 to 75% of women, or 80%. I don't really know the statistics. I used to. But a good amount of women experience their periods just getting extra light and eventually just not having one at all. So, as I told you all before, I use the Instead soft cups for my cycle. This time, I didn't have enough of a period to even use those. Like, it was pointless. The only way I knew that I was having a period is because of the cramps and the other PMS and menstrual symptoms that I usually have. And when I wiped, like, there were a couple of days where a little bit of something got on my panty liner, but it was absolutely not enough to wear anything. So I'm hoping that is the start. No, I'm not pregnant. I know that may be something that you all are thinking. No, I am not pregnant. I actually ovulated a couple of days ago. And again, even with ovulation, that has been off and on. Because sometimes I feel ovulation, sometimes it happens. But I've also noticed that there were some months in there that I just didn't. And I think, again, that was one of the kind of, it may stop ovulation with the manufacturers of Skyla. Like, it may stop it, but that's not something that we're gonna, promise. So sometimes I've ovulated, sometimes I haven't. But yeah, so I will update you guys again, just to see if that was just, a fluke and I get a full period again, or if I'm gonna be one of those women who just doesn't, either gets really light periods or who doesn't get them at all after a year on Skyla. And so, as you know, Skyla lasts for about 3 years. Well, no, for 3 years. So I am 1 year in, guys. I do not regret it. I absolutely love it still. Everything is great. The cramps are still cramps. But I don't regret this decision at all. And I would do it again. I will, like I said, continue to update you guys. And y'all have been absolutely wonderful. You continue to ask me questions and you continue to watch, and you've just been great. So keep on doing that. Watch the videos, ask me questions. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And y'all have shared your experiences with me as well. A lot of them which have been great. And a lot of you have said that you appreciate the videos because it gave you a positive outlook on getting Skyla. And that's really why I started doing this. When I was researching on IUDs and researching Skyla, everything I saw scared the mess out of me. It was like, oh my God, is there nothing good? So I'm glad that I was able to do this and share my experience and inviting you to come and have an up close and personal look at my uterus. Again, thank you so much. And don't forget to go to TashaSays.com. That's the name of my blog. I update it with these kinds of things, and I also just write about whatever, whenever. So don't forget to visit there. And thank you all so much again. Bye.